talk around the Houston Texans and the fans everywhere is what in the world happened to yesterday's news. We had Christian Harris be announced that he is back and he can be practicing and should be playing for this upcoming Sunday. But we had someone else on there that fans were not so happy about. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, as always, Harley Dugan. This is a Lead Houston where it's all Houston all the time. You're not going to find anybody with more passion speaking about your favorite Houston sports teams than this guy right here. Astros, Rockets, Texans. We try to do it all, and I try to do it all just for y'all. So go down in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feeling, man, about Kenyon Green. Someone that the Texans thought they could just snuck under the rug there, just sweep it right underneath there. They thought they were going to get passed by it. Nope. And we got a quote from D'Amico Ryans right now with D'Amico Ryans talking about Kenyon Green. Does Kenyon Green start? Like, this is a legitimate question now, considering that Kenyon Green, who's unexpectedly back, kudos to him for getting back, but I don't know how much that's good news for Texans fans, and it goes to the ultimate question of, do you risk the stability that you've had, the little stability that you've had in the pass blocking game, and sacrifice that for how good of a run blocker Kenyon Green is? Is that what you want to do? Do you just want to stick with what we got right now? Kenyon Green is an atrocious pass blocker, and this offense is pretty atrocious already. I like Kenyon Green's ability to run block. I like that Joe Mixon and the offense was a little, and the bar is so low when we're talking about this because the offense has just been abysmal all year. It's an inept offense. It makes you go to sleep. But maybe the running game was, getting more yardage when Kenyon Green was in the lineup. But then are we just going to be a old school 85 Bears kind of style of offense, where we're just going to feed the ball to Joe Mixon, and if the opposing team stops Joe Mixon, well, that's it. There's nothing else that's going to happen for this team, because as we know, that Kenyon Green is the probably the worst pass blocker I've seen in the NFL. I mean, we're not going to cut it any other way. That's probably what he is. Let's go ahead and let's take a look here. I got Tyler Milner. If anybody knows Tyler Milner, 6'10", producer for the afternoon show with them two dumbasses. And he had a good tweet here. This is the quote from D'Amico Ryans. Texans Kenyon Green returned to practice for Houston today. Here's what D'Amico had to say. Kenyon, guy who started up for us for a while there. He had some good reps. Kenyon has been up and down. He's a physical guy. He can move people in the run game. Just has to clean up some of the protection. We'll see how he continues to progress throughout the week. If he's ready to get back out there, I think he can help us. That is your head coach, our head coach, Houston Texans fans. If this is not going to fit, there we go. Texans fans, that is D'Amico Ryans talking about Kenyon Green. Again, mentioned that he is a physical guy and he can move people in the run game. That is something Juice Scruggs can't do. Juice Scruggs is not a good left guard by any means. There's so many ideas you can go here. Do you want Kenyon Green just to go back as a starter and you just bench Scruggs? Because I like what Jarrett Patterson has done at the center position better than what we've seen from Juice Scruggs at the center position. So does that happen? Do you not make Kenyon Green the starter? And I don't even know if he's going to be ready to even play a game. I think right now, and there's a gun to my head, my ultimate opinion, I do think the Texans don't make a move. I think they stay pat and they just continue what they're doing, trying to continue to build some sort of fluidity with this offensive line. I don't know what else to call it. The offensive line is atrocious, and we all know this, and we all know that we need to go get offensive linemen this offseason, and it's going to be extremely difficult, but that is a task at hand for GM Nick Caserio. He messed up the offensive line. He grabbed a bunch of guys, draft picks, extensions, and all of it fell hard on his face. So he's got to figure it out and fix it. The Texans know that Kenyon Green is back. D'Amico likes Kenyon Green. We know he's a Kenyon Green kind of guy. We had Nick Caserio mention that he knows Drew Scruggs is a better center than guard. Or do we go play on C and we go, you know what, Shaq Mason, you're out of here. You don't play well, and he hasn't played well at all. And maybe we go Shaq Mason. You are now what, benched? We put Scruggs over there, Kenyon Green over there. Like, there's so many options here. But ultimately, I do believe that the Houston Texans are going to stay pat. I don't think they're going to shuffle this offensive line any more than they need to. I think they continue to do how it is right now. But you best believe if Drew Scruggs has an abysmal game the way Kenyon Green was having just a few weeks ago, if he has that kind of game, you best believe he's getting pulled immediately for Kenyon Green. But we haven't seen that yet. It's not been good by any means, but it's not as noticeable as Kenyon Green. Like, you're talking about two guys that are shit. And do you want solid shits or do you want runny shits? Like, it's basically what it is here. They both smell, they both stink, and the Houston Texans don't got no improvements on the offensive line. But hey, Kenyon Green is back. I don't know what that does for you, but I guess they're going to have a decision to make, because Texans fans were having a day trying to talk about whether or not Kenyon Green should be inserted in the starting lineup. I say the Texans don't. They stay pat, and they continue doing what they're doing with the O-line. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.